Hello guys, so I made a new character, Conjurer, because I wanted to go through the quest line again. Okay, let's begin. First of all, let me show you my character. She's an aura. Very cute. So let's start. To be recognized as an adventurer in the city-state of Gridania, you must first register yourself with the Adventurers Guild. Okay. I went through this quest line so many times because every time I want to use a fantasia or buy a fantasia, I would make a character and see her in the cutscene to see if I like her or not. Another green adventurer, I presume. I thought as much. We cannot allow strangers to wander Gridania unchecked and untested. Before you rush off and begin pestering every second citizen for work, I suggest you make yourself known at the Carline Canopy. That's the headquarters of the local Adventurers Guild, in case you were wondering. The Carline Canopy is the building you see behind me. Speak to Mother Mune within and she will take you in hand. You have quests, accepted the quest. So we'll be seeing Mother Mune a lot because Conjurer is based in New Gridania, and if you are leveling any class that is based in New Gridania, you will be talking to Mother Mune a lot. I like her a lot actually, she's very nice. Well, what have we here? A wide-eyed and wandering young adventurer. Come to put your name down at the guild, I assume? Welcome, Mune's my name, or Mother Mune, as most call me, and the Carline Canopy is my place. As the head of the Adventurers Guild in Gridania, I have the honor of providing guidance to the fledgling heroes who pass through our gates. No matter your ambitions, the Guild is here to help you attain them. In return, we expect you to fulfill your duties as an adventurer by assisting the people of Gridania. A fine deal, wouldn't you agree? To an outsider's eyes, all may seem well to our nation, but naught could be further from the truth. The people live in a state of constant apprehension. Excuse my pronunciations, English is not my first language, but I do understand every word that's written here. The exile and various gangs of common bandits provide an unending supply of trouble compounded by the ever-present threat of the Gallian Empire to the north, and that is to say nothing of the calamity. Even now the wounds have barely begun to heal, but I speak of it as if you were there. Forgive me. 5 years passed. Eorzea was well nigh laid to waste when a dread worm emerged from within the lesser moon, Dalamut, and rained fire upon the realm. It is this which people call the calamity. Scarcely a square man of the 12 suit was spared the devastation. Yet despite the first extensive wounds, Not a soul among us can recall precisely how it all happened. I am well aware of how improbable that must sound to an outsider. It is improbable, but it's also true, for a reason we can ill explain. The facts surrounding the calamity are shrouded in mystery. There are as many versions of events as there are people willing to recount them. Yet, amidst the hazy recollections and conflicting accounts, all agree on one thing, that Georgia was saved from certain doom by a band of valiant adventurers. Valiant adventurers. Whatever else we've misremembered, none of us have forgotten the heroes who risked life and limb for the sake of the realm, and yet whenever we try to say their names, the words die upon our lips. And whenever we try to call their faces to mind, we see naught but silhouettes amidst a blinding glare. Thus have these adventurers come to be known as the Warrior of Light. Pray do not feel daunted by the deeds of legends. We do not ask that you become another Warrior of Light, only that you do what you can to assist the people of Britannia. Great or small, every contribution counts. I trust you will play your part. All that's left then is to conclude the businesses of registration. Here is a quill scroll, your name right there. Oh, and I would appreciate it if you used your real name. There is a special place in the seventh hell for those who use amusing aliases. Lavender potion. And you're quite sure that isn't an amusing alias? Yes, of course. Very well. From this moment forward, you are a registered adventurer of Gridania, nation blessed of the elementals and bounty of the 12 sword. The guild expect great things from you. Look at what just arrived. Another goddamn adventurer. Nice welcome. Don't you start with that. Adventurers are the very salve that Gridania needs. The elder seed seer herself bade us welcome them with open arms. Do you mean to disregard her will? Of course not, lest you forget, it is my sworn duty to uphold the peace. Am I to blame if outsiders bring mistrust upon themselves? You, adventurer, mind that you do not cause any trouble here, or I shall personally cast you out of this realm and into the seventh hell. So scary. Pay that outburst no mind. He meant only to counsel you. Suspicious characters have been prowling the 12th sword of late, you see, and the wood whalers feel they cannot afford to take any chances. As is often the way with folk who live in isolation, Gridanians are wont to mistrust things they do not well know. Your good self included. Fear not, however, given a catalogue of exemplary deeds and no more than a handful of years, the locals will surely warm you. On behalf of my fellow citizens, I welcome you to Gridania. May you come to consider our nation as your own in time. Okay, lovely lady. Now then, you may depend on old Mother Mune to teach you a few things that every adventurer should know. Complete. Okay, let me reduce system, reduce the background effect sounds effect, system sound, ambient sound. Okay. Mute proprietress, I'm not sure how to pronounce this word, of the Caroline Canopy wants you to perform 3 tasks that will help you learn the fundamentals of adventuring. Let's see. Let us begin at the beginning, shall we? Now that you are a former member of the Adventurers Guild, we must be sure you have a firm grasp of the fundamentals of adventuring. To that end, I have 3 tasks I wish you to perform. Your first task is to visit the Aetheryte. This massive crystal stands in the middle of the Aetheryte Plaza, not far from the Caroline Canopy. As a device that enables instances transportation, the Aetheryte plays a key role in the life of the ever-wandering adventurer. Once you have located the crystal, all you need to do is touch its surface. A member of the Wood Whalers will be present to offer further instruction. For your second task, you are to visit the Conjurer's Guild. There is no better place to learn the art of conjuring. Speak with Madel, and she will explain the benefits of joining the guild. For your third and final task, I would have you visit the markets at the heart of Old Gridania's commercial district. There you shall find weapons, armor, and all the various items that an adventurer might need on her travels. There is, however, more to the markets that buying and selling goods. Speak with Bas Montret and listen well to his counsel. The master merchant can be uncooperative at times, so be sure to offer him one of my famous eel pies. Like so many men, he is much more charitable when his stomach is full. Here, I made a batch not long ago. You have your tasks, Lavender. May Nofika guide your path. And one more thing. Should you happen to come across any citizens in need, don't be afraid to proffer a helping hand. I am certain they will be pleased to meet an adventurer in whom they can confide their woes. Granted, the work they offer is unlikely to be of realm-shattering importance, but prove your worth and build a reputation, and in time folk will be more inclined to entrust you with matters of moment. I also suggest that you lend an ear to the smith here in Canopy. The smiths are trusted representatives of the Adventurers Guild and are an invaluable source of advice for neophyte heroes seeking to attain greatness. Quest accepted. Okay. We can go now to the Conjurer Guild and start our quest. But first, we need to attune to the Aetheryte, which is you're going to need to travel between areas in this game. I've got to hide people's names, which I should be doing. Initials. Okay. Let's attune to the crystal first. Greetings, adventurer. I see you are faithfully following Mother Moon's instructions. Who is this? Allow me to offer you a bit of instruction myself. I am Nicia of the Wood Whalers, and I know a thing or two about the Aetherite. Yes, that big crystal right here. Aetherites are devices that tap into ethereal energies and are primarily used as a means to travel swiftly from one place to another. Return and teleport, the most common transportation spells, make direct use of the Aetherites and their connection to the flow of Aether. And as these devices are found in almost every corner of Eorzea, any adventurer worth of the name will wish to seek out and attune herself to each one. Truly, few things in the world are so useful to an intrepid explorer. But you need not locate them all at once. Before rushing out into the wilds, I suggest you start with Aetherites found here in Britannia. Should you wish to learn more about the Aetherite or transportation magic, I am here to answer your questions. Okay, thank you. Return left. You attune with the Aetherite. You are now able to use the return spell. So we'll have to walk to the Conjurer Guild since we didn't attune to the crystal next to it. So many people in the game today. Usually it's much quieter than this, but because of the new patch 5.3, 5.3 I think. 5.3. The Ice Guard restoration. So many people here today. So for our quest, it's done. Let's attune to this one first. Okay, we're going to the next one. It's a bit far, but I don't mind walking in this game. The maps and the sounds are really nice. Sometimes I would log in just to sit and listen, or just do nothing basically. The maps by itself are very relaxing to be in. That's why I love this game. And here we are in the Conjurer Guild finally. Guild. Receptionist. Oh, I skipped. Wait. Wait. Let me. We missed it. That wasn't the quest we wanted, anyways. Is your mind made up? Are you ready to join the Conjurer's Guild? Maddil wishes you to reaffirm your desire to join the Conjurer's Guild. That is well. I shall introduce you to our guild master, Brother E. Sumian. Brother E. Sumian presides over the Conjurer's Guild, even as he serves the nation as a hearer. You will find him in the meditation area within. Go to him and make known your desire to join the guild. Okay. E. Sumian. At first I thought it was a girl, but now, since he said brother. Okay. Greetings, adventurer. I am told you wish to become a conjurer of Stilglade fame. I am Brother Isumiyan, master of this guild. Isn't he too young to be master of this guild? Before you are formally accepted into our ranks, I would impart to you the principles of conjuring. Pray attend me well. Conjuring is an arcane art that takes life and the living for its domain. Its primary purpose is the salving of hurts and the granting of protection. Adventurers such as yourself often stand upon the front line of battle. Owing to this, you are like to find yourself in many situations wherein a capacity for healing would be advantageous. Mind you, there is more to conjuring than that. By harnessing the power of earth, wind, and water, conjurers are also capable of weaving spells that wreak havoc. In terms of sheer destructive power, conjuring may pale in comparison to thaumaturgy, but its capacity to defend one against aggression more than compensate for this relative. In mastering healing and purification, not only will you be able to mend wounds and purge afflictions, you will also be able to breathe life back into the fallen. More than simply healers, yet not true dealers of destruction, conjurers realize their full potential when they employ their powers in support of others. This, my dear adventurer, is what it means to be one of us. Mayhap that was too much to grasp upon a single hearing, but worry not, for the meaning of my words will become clear to you in due time. You will come to understand that conjuring is not the sole province of the conjurer. Should you wish to walk our path, I must needs ask that you solemnly vow to embrace nature, to heed the will of the elementals and the 12 sword alike. Can you make this vow? Do you vow to embrace nature? Of course. I know your answer ere your lips had parted, yet I am no less pleased to hear it. By the power vested in me, I hereby name you a member of the Conjurer's Guild. And so to work. Listen well now, for I would assign you your first task as a conjurer of the Stilglade Fane. Just beyond the city gates, you will encounter squirrels, ladybugs, and fungars. I would have you slay 3 of each. Lest you wonder how I can so coolly order the taking of life, know that things are not as they once were, as a consequence of the calamity, and I may add through no fault of their own. These creatures have become a burden to the 12th Sword, a burden it cannot well bear. As a conjurer, it is your duty to carry out the will of the forest, and by employing your powers in so doing, you will come to learn something of your art. Go now, Lavender, and perform your first task in the name of the elementals. Okay. Now we need, I think, to leave, or not yet. All we do for the class quest, we need to leave Gridania and go to the shroud to kill a few mobs. But first, let's take the main story quest with it. I don't think I have attuned to the crystal next to the quest, so let's go to the closer one. Okay. Let's turn to the one next to the market. Okay. Wow, this luck. Okay, now we can teleport here fast without having to run all the way. So many people. By what right does a fledgling adventurer presume to address Parsmontet, master of the markets? You think you can stroll in here, bold as you please, and demand my hard-earned knowledge? A merchant does not for naught, especially when dealing with would-be heroes. If, on the other hand, you had some tasty morsel to carry my favor, then I might reconsider your request. Come now, this whole encounter reeks of Mule's handiwork, and more specifically, her baking. Don't look so surprised, lass. I smelled the eel pie on yours a man away. Hand it over. He really does love the pie. He smelled it from a man away. I'm guessing a man is like a mile or a kilo. That flaky crust, just divine, very well. I am a man of my word. Pay close attention, for I shall only explain this once. The aspiring adventurer need look no further than the rosewood and ebony stalls. Both are but a short stroll from where we stand. If you mean to do battle, you'd best be prepared with a quality set of weapons and armor. Such goods are the province of the rosewood stores directly south of here. You will be pleased to learn that the merchants of Gridania are exceedingly particular when it comes to craftsmanship. So you needn't fear defective straps and the like. If it is potion and paraphernalia you seek, I'm not sure what that means. Head north to the ebony stores. The shelves there are lavishly stocked by widely traveled old merchants, and I may truly say that I have seen things amongst their myriad wares that I scarce knew existed. Do you follow me thus far? The first step in my purchase is to select the stalls that meet your needs. Then you may concern yourself with the price and profit. There is little more I can teach you with mere words. Go pursue the stars and see for yourself what wares they offer. There is no substitute for the first-hand experience after all, and I am weary of talking unless you have another real pie. So I need to pay him with pies every time I want him to talk. That's nice. So I think I will stop here because the video would be too long if I didn't. See you in the next video. Bye bye.